Wait, do we have anyone else? We got anyone coming in?
We should be having Rambo coming in. Yeah, we should have Rambo coming in. And this is also a test to see how these new settings work for OBS, to see if it can sustain itself now. I hope it can. It looks like it's doing pretty good. It hasn't turned red. Doing so good too so far. So, Call of Duty. World War II.
I've seen it.
What'd you think about it?
It's like, this is a trailer. I was like, why bother?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, does it have actual gameplay?
It had a little bit.
Campaign clips.
Campaign clips, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys do realize, like, the gameplay will come around the corner for multiplayer. Like, they'll have the, I mean, way before
E3.
Well, will it be E3 or before E3? Because usually they like to leak it early. Come on, it's tradition, bro.
the official shit will be done at E3 because the launch is November 3rd. The beta will be shortly before that. On PS4 first.
PlayStation 4.
Man, I have a couple idiots harassing me on Twitter. Well, not harassing me on Twitter, being stupid in public on Twitter because I would not accept. Actually, I don't even know why. I just said I was skeptical of Digital Foundry's claims. Yeah, you following that shit?
Yeah, I actually jumped in on there with you. Yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot, dude.
You can't say anything. Like that's what it all comes down to. Let me bring this up. Let me see. Let me back down. Crazy Juan NLG. DRM Sparkles. Let me see. Also, Kid Smooth said "fuck fair use."
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm just
Stupid
like
idiot.
And he's like, I don't know why people are losing their goddamn minds over this. I'm like,
I was saying fuck free speech.
Fuck free speech, pretty much, yeah.
All right, let me take a look here. Let's see. DRM Sparkle said his followers are calling out a person with legit criticism. That is all. It seems no one can criticize Rags without being attacked. It's like they can. I get criticism all the time. You just don't see it because I just listen to the criticism.
No, you don't. Don't lie.
I don't. I'm a terrible person. Let's see. Crazy One NLG. Yeah, Crazy One. I guess this all started out when there was a bunch of facts in my Scorpio video that he didn't like, and how I was ignoring facts and things like that. He said, one, you say anyone who is buying Scorpio for its capabilities needs to do some soul searching. Why? What searching is needed for people who aren't interested in PC gaming to want to have the best performing platform for multiplats? Like, I almost literally said that word for word. Like, yeah, like there are some people who just don't want PC at all and they just want the strongest console, and so they'll buy a Scorpio.
Which is right.
He said further, you go on to espouse skepticism about what Scorpio is going to be capable of. That's a bad thing.
Wait.
I'm doing a bad thing. Just a second, let me tweet out this.
By being skeptical?
No, I'm not shitting you. These are the criticisms that I'm getting.
Wait, you're doing a bad thing by by being skeptical.
By being skeptical. Yes, let me tweet this out here. I gotta get another tab because I'm on the Twitter timeline here.
Dear God.
Tweet. Doing a stream tonight, talking about Xbots and the like. Let's see. Return. Control V. Clate. No, here. Come check it out.
Clate.
Faggots. No, I won't call them faggots yet.
Clate.
There we go.
It's like I'm saving that.
Your tweet was posted. So
Alrighty.
this guy, he said, further on. All right. You go on to espouse skepticism about what Scorpio is going to be capable of. Because that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing.
I don't know what's wrong with being skeptical.
You just don't listen and believe, Rags? What do you mean you don't just listen and believe something someone tells you?
How
I'm
dare
so
you?
happy that you got a lot of these, Xbox like mad at you because it's like it's about time that like I hear somebody else get to talk about their Twitter with Xbox to me.
Is that the retard that was like, well, I was a big part of what made this community what it is today, and we were kind of like, oh wow, so he's Jesus now, right?
Who
he's
are
like,
you?
But I never had heard of the guy either. I'm like,
Neither have I. Neither
Like,
have
you
I.
were very subtle.
Yeah.
He said, I get it, you want to be skeptical of Microsoft claims, but how does Digital Foundry suddenly lose its unassailable integrity status?
Since when did Xbox?
Since when did any human being ever have unassailable integrity status?
But when did they all of a sudden start listening to Digital Foundries? Wasn't it like the Xbox
I thought they were
camp?
biased
Yeah.
against I thought they were pro Sony.
Yeah,
See, it's always a flip-flop. It's always a flip-flop.
Everything.
What can I say right at this moment that kind of helps me out, regardless of what I said in the past? How can I flip-flop and how can I frame this to where it looks better for me?
That's how
regardless
we
of what I said in
know.
the past?
That's how we know we're dealing with retards, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's like all this talk about, hashtag keep it 4K. It's like, I thought resolution didn't matter. Oh, it does now that you're going to have the system with the better resolution. Now it matters. I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Whatever. And so he says, I get it. You want to be skeptical of Microsoft claims. How does DF suddenly lose its unassailable integrity status? You cast doubt on things that Digital Foundry states as fact that they have seen it do. All right. If you want to make you can keep doing this if you want to make a fool in front of 18,000 people. That's fine. You can do that if you want to. Listen, someone stating something as a fact does not make it a fact, you fucking idiot. All right? Do you think they lied when they saw it at 4K 60 Ultra? Those are not the only two options. Them lying and them not lying are not the only two options.
Yeah.
Very important. So Microsoft goes to Digital Foundry. As far as I know, this was like a promotional event.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And so they show Digital Foundry what they want Digital Foundry to see. They're not going to show Digital Foundry shit they don't want them to see.
Exactly. And what was it we were trying to say? Like, I know me and Rambo were hitting these guys up. I'm not sure if you saw it. But I was trying to tell people, 4K 60 FPS on console is not going to be the same thing as 4K 60 FPS on PC.
And plus, what exactly do you mean when you say ultra for a console? Like ultra, I mean, we go in the whole nine yards here.
Yeah, is
What's
that
the depth of-
SSAO, MSAA?
Bloom, depth of field, anti-aliasing, anisotropic filtering.
Somebody said today, there was a picture, I guess an article written, it had like a side-by-side screenshots of this mock-up of a game or whatever. But the picture was a woman's face in Xbox One 1080p, a woman's face in the 4K native 4K downsampled to 1080p image, and then the same face in a 4K native image. And somebody tweeted out and said the only way you can see the difference in these, because I mean you really couldn't see the difference in any of them, but the only way that you can see the difference is to view it on a 4K TV. And I'm like going, but your tweet says that that's a 4K image on a 1080p TV, so why can't I see the difference in that? Like, it's literally saying that's what it's going to look like on my TV, so it looks the same as the 1080p image. I don't like, man.
Of course, Livewires follows this retard.
The Twitter wars are real, ladies and gentlemen.
They are.
It's like these people are idiot. They're so fucking stupid. They're so full of themselves, and they're so full of this game box that Microsoft has planned. Remember, it's not even out. It's like we haven't even seen anything from it yet. We've just got some hypothetical numbers. We've just got information about maybes and probablys, and here's the game plan. It's not even out, and it won't be out for a long time still.
That's the perfect time though to talk shit to these kind of people anyway.
That's what's so insane. These people have been talking up this Scorpio for over a year. I mean, it was E3 last year, right?
Yeah.
The Scorpio was not okay. So since E3 of last year, so it'll be June, will be the 1 year anniversary of them not shutting the fuck up about the Scorpio.
Well, my thing is that somebody said They actually, okay, this is an actual thing. They said that people are going to jump ship from PlayStation to Xbox because of power, because power matters. And so I asked him, I said, so where do you play your multiplats at? And he goes, on my Xbox. And I was like, so you don't even believe what the fuck you're saying.
So power doesn't matter.
Power mattered. You would be on the PlayStation 4 up until the Scorpio released.
Yeah, I mean, you could see there's a visible difference between 1080p and 900p and 900 and 720.
Yeah,
right.
More so the 720 to 1080, but there you can tell the difference between 900 and 1080 for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you absolutely tell the difference. But remember, power only matters when we've got the power. Like no one gave a shit about it when power doesn't matter. It's not about power. It's about the games. It's about the service. It's about some other thing that we are thinking of. But now that the shoe's on the other foot, now all of a sudden everything's different. And it's insane that they've been talking about this shit since June of last year. It's insane how they keep milking it. And they do fucking 4 podcasts a week talking about the Scorpio and every tiny rumor that comes out about the Scorpio. You know, we talked about the 1080 Ti for like one podcast, part of one podcast.
I don't think we've mentioned it.
And I don't think we've mentioned it since, other than a casual sort of glance. Like, maybe we'll just bring it up very, very briefly to reference it. Right. But these people have been religiously, they've been calling over to it, and they have been bringing it up, and they have been lording over every tiny scrap of a rumor, every ghost in a dream of a whisper about the Scorpio is, we better have a podcast to talk about something that we might fucking... It's been ridiculous. And it is insane how you can have these channels talk about the same damn thing so much, over and over and over and over, for such a long time that's still so far away, and people actually listen to that garbage.
Right.
I'm shocked that these people have an audience at all.
Yep. I know. It is crazy. It's stupid. It's fucking retarded. Let's talk about that one retard that you and me both went at.
He kept going on. He keeps talking on and talking about it. He has like a string of crazy one. He has a string of like dozens of tweets.
No. I'm talking about that one Muslim dude that was saying that pro gamers are, what was it, sexist and racist or some shit?
That? We're like disproportionately racist or something like that. Some stupid bullshit.
Yeah, I noticed how he didn't even bother coming back with anything. He said,
here's a crazy one. This sums it up well. He said, I've clearly laid out to you why I think your, quote, healthy skepticism, quote, is actually purposefully ignoring fact.
What's the fact?
Because remember, I know. It's like, what is the fact? Like, what's the fact? What's the fact? The fact is that a claim has been made, and I'm skeptical of that claim because I cannot verify it, and no one can. And it's something that they saw, something that they were shown by Microsoft, and I don't trust Microsoft, and I'm sure Digital Foundry are good guys, but I'm skeptical of a claim like that, and I have no reason to believe it. Yeah. I have absolutely zero reason to believe about it, and I don't want the Scorpio to suck. It's better for me if the Scorpio does well and sells well, right? I have nothing to lose and everything to gain if the Scorpio does really well and it sells a lot of systems, right? But when someone comes out and says, "Yeah, we saw it running at 4K 60 FPS, ultra graphics," I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not calling them liars. I'm just saying I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that fucking Microsoft has lied or any of these companies have ever lied, right? But we're just going to go ahead and jump onto that shit because it's going to be amazing! Let's pre-order 6 of them!
He said, I get questioning Microsoft claim, but clinging to quote-unquote in the face of objective third-party confirmation that's working at it, why? He literally put quotes around skepticism and not around objective third-party confirmation.
Come on, Rags. Nobody said these people were smart. No one said they were intelligent.
Here's the thing. He said, it's not a claim. Digital Foundry states they saw it happen as a fact. Unless you have a good reason to disbelieve them, you've gone well past skeptical. And it's like, that's a claim, you retard.
Like,
when someone says they saw something happen, That's a claim.
I would like to point out, though, with Digital Foundries, they were only allowed to say certain things. It even states it in the video. He even states it in the video. We are not allowed to say too much, but what we can show you or to tell you will be enough to get you excited for this platform. Like, he even states it like that. He had to word his video a certain way because he was under probably some NDA telling him he's got to only say certain things. Because if he says too much, then he could risk a whole lot of shit, like maybe even a contract deal that he probably made or something, you know?
I just don't understand. And then they say, no, and then DRM Sparkles chimes in because he's an idiot too. Like, no, they saw the hardware. They saw it running on it. Stop trying to downplay it. Digital Foundry isn't going to be easily tricked. Like, so they made a claim I can't verify. And humans can be tricked, and I don't know what the exact thing was of it, and I have no reason to just accept it as fact.
Yeah.
Because it's not fact.
DRM Sparkles he's the one that tells me that Microsoft has not lied this generation. They just changed business focus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
so
That's like the technical term for lying in the
crazy
business
one.
world.
He
Right?
goes on to say, it's gullible to believe, he said, right, it's gullible to believe Digital Foundry because Digital Foundry is suddenly no longer proof of anything. It's like, yeah, where information comes from has no bearing on whether or not it's true. Absolutely. That's 100% right. And the fact that you don't understand that you're an idiot for saying that is, I mean, dear God. He goes on, let me see here. Some guy, Francisco, Scorpio symbol. He's got 4 in his name. He means business. Phil Spencer has to say on E3 before you start saying anything. It's like, no, stop taking everyone. This is an industry where you are constantly lied to. In this industry, games and developers and publishers, they've lied to every damn day. But you guys, you'll run with anything if you like what you hear. I mean, let's wait to see what Phil Spencer says. No, why don't you wait till you see it, you idiot? It's like, how many times does someone have to lie to your face or mislead you or misrepresent something until you just start to stop accepting everything at face value?
Like 30 or 40 times.
Yeah, apparently. He said, so you're saying Eurogamer is lying about the specs of Scorpio? Do some research, then we can talk where PlayStation needs progress on.
Eurogamer...
It's like, we bring...
Yeah.
What's crazy is, I mean, that they've even quoted some Eurogamer articles saying how they're being biased. So it's like when you do realize that Eurogamer is Digital Foundry, right? They're the two, like they work together. They're not, or they are.
Jay Caesar says in the chat, then one of these people said, when Microsoft shows the Scorpio, it'll shut them up. No, someone who is not playing a Scorpio probably doesn't give 2 shits about it. I won't care. I won't care about the Scorpio. Even people on PlayStation who are not playing a Scorpio probably don't really care.
Even the Scorpio, even if it's shown at E3, the games, like they're gonna say the games that you've seen today are running on Scorpio. How do we know they are?
Yeah, it's like
they said that about the Xbox. They said that about the Xbox One, but yet it was running on PC. They actually had to come out and apologize because of it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how many times, but that's what the double thing. It's like it's only it cannot possibly be a lie if it helps me boast about something for the next 3 months until we get another sliver of a whisper, of a ghost of a dream, of a rumor. Like, there's no possible way. Also, hello, Restless Reggie. And here's, it all culminates, and I think this is where I bailed. Right, this is where DM Sparkles said the most retarded thing I have heard on Twitter in a long time. Before Polygon's tweet today. He said, innocent until proven guilty, accurate until proven false. Innocent until proven guilty, accurate until proven false. He put those 2 phrases together and he typed them out and he tweeted that publicly and didn't, nothing clicked in his head. Nothing. He
doesn't. He defend, I think the DRM is some defending righteously Microsoft or something like that. I don't know the.
Yeah.
He will.
And Polygon
I think
comes
they
out
actually
7
searched.
hours ago or so, and then they pull a bomb. They say Call of Duty World War II checks all the diversity boxes, but it's still the story of a white man's war. Because the white man,
Right.
and there's some blacks, and there was a couple Arabs in there, right? The North African theater, right? But basically, yeah, it was a European-centric war for the most part, right? A lot of white people, predominantly white countries. You know, it's crazy.
Oh, you're gonna be able to play as a female for the French army or whatever.
Like they're French resistance.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Let me say French partisan. That sort of makes sense. But it's like, and they even say it checks all the diversity boxes. They even say it checks all the diversity boxes. That phrase. They're just boxes that need to be checked off. It's not about actually caring about the characters or actually caring about their representation or the accuracy of the history, or the immersion of it. No, you just check off diversity boxes. That's why Polygon is such a joke.
That's the one thing that we as gamers are fighting against, like these companies that are forcing diversity beyond the actual historical context of the game or any of the other, the actual game itself. They're more concerned with checking these boxes off rather than actually the game. Like, make the game, and then if it happens to check all the boxes off, great. If not, then it's still the game that you intended. This narrative, as far as it has to check these boxes off, these arbitrary boxes that nobody's who's in control of these boxes. Like, who's the one who gets to set what these.
That's more dehumanizing than anything. It's like, this character is like, we don't care about him, but he's black, so we check off the box.
Yep.
Like that flippant throwaway attitude is the insulting thing to think about. Really, but it's okay when we do it. And so everyone's of course making fun of Polygon as per usual. I hope they never go away. They're an endless source of entertainment. Anything else?
Oh, they definitely are. Definitely.
Well, I mean, there is one thing to be excited about for PC gaming, at least. We finally got word on AMD's RX Vega card. Come on, that's pretty exciting. Yeah. 32 gigabytes of video RAM,
Now let's talk about it for a year.
For a year. Okay.
For a year. Let's talk about it for a year.
I could probably do that.
Oh yeah, and go.
That means I gotta do 2 more podcasts tomorrow about it. Shit, I gotta make sure I schedule these things in advance.
It's pretty cool though. I mean, I think that's a pretty. They say it's gonna be coming in at $1,000, so it's gonna be competing for Nvidia's top bracket.
Fair enough.
So I mean, that is pretty cool. Yeah, keep Nvidia on their fucking toes.
Get away.
I just hope it actually does. Yeah. I mean, because they made claims before, and it never actually has done what they said. Has really made Nvidia even worried at all. So I mean, I'm hoping that this one actually does put some fire under Nvidia.
Yep, so do I. I hope, and you know what? Like, if you think about it, if the specs that they've released with that 32 gigs of VRAM, like, if that's anything even close to like what the reality is of this thing, Nvidia should have something to worry about, especially for $1,000 entry for their Titan X. And we all know how that one was. That was like a fucking oven. It turned your PC into an oven, easy bake oven. Cook with that bitch when you turn it on. Yeah, let's make some fucking muffins. Waffles in the morning, bitches. Let's do this.
Hell yeah, you legit don't need a space heater if you have an 8350. I know, because I still have a machine in my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't. You don't. That's the one reason why I quit going with AMD back in the day, is because of it made you feel like that you were just going to melt when you had a PC by you. Going back to the Xbox, one of them was I saw a tweet, somebody quoted, the guy had me blocked, so I went to an incognito window and opened up and read it, but then it made me want to scroll through his feed a little bit more,
and he regretted it.
What? Yeah, you broke up for me.
Oh, somebody quoted a tweet from an Xbot, and he has me blocked, so I went to incognito and I looked at his tweet, and then it made me scroll through his feed to see what he's been saying. And so he was complaining or saying that people are kind of hypocrites because people are excited for this new game coming out called Night Trap.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
20 years old, 25
yeah, that's
years
the
old.
one from the 90s.
Yes, that's the reason. That game is the sole reason we have ESRB ratings
It was the most controversial game
ever
of
made.
the 1990s. Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pulled from the shelves for a while here in North America.
Okay.
Remade
Never
for
heard of it.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and I think PC as well. I never had heard of it either, but I mean, I looked into it and I asked about it and stuff. But it's a FMV view, like basically it's a point and click thing. You gotta keep these females safe from being kidnapped by these by this. I
That's
guess
good. You want
ghost
to
or whatever.
protect women.
Yeah, so he said people are actually legit excited about this, but they were complaining about 22-minute segments, 22-minute segments on Quantum Break. Talk about hypocrites. I was like, no, you idiot. People,
Those are comparable.
I was like, people aren't excited about this because of it's the type of game it is. People are excited about this because you're talking about a 25-year-old game. A piece of history is actually coming in, and becoming in actually physical form as well. And the history, like you clearly are out of touch with what you're so into defending Microsoft that you've gotten out of touch with gaming. Like, just go research the damn game and figure out what it is and why people are excited. Then maybe you'll understand. But it had nothing to do with fucking the type of game. I'm sure nobody's going to be like, "Oh my god, this is like groundbreaking," but they're just gonna be like, "My god,
No,
this is
it's
actually
what's in
cool."
that game. It's not the yeah.
Historical context of it, because that's, I mean, anybody who has looked into it knows that the only reason that you have that M rating at the bottom of your package is because of Night Trap. That's the one that actually made it all the way to Congress and everything else. So that's whenever the ESRB was actually formed. But it's actually
Isn't
pretty
there
exciting.
nudity
That's
in
coming.
that game?
I don't think there is actually even nudity. It was done because of the horror. It was supposed to be too gruesome.
Too spooky.
Or too scary or whatever, but it actually wasn't even scary at all. There was really not too much about it as far as like from what I've read on it. I never played it back then because I didn't have a Sega CD, but it was like so like not like, I guess it was back whenever like the Congress was actually trying to attack gaming all the time.
Yeah.
And when this game came out, it just gave them like kind of like that icing on the cake because it was pushing the line of scariness or whatever, or gruesome, and whole controversy and made it get pulled from the shelves. But I think that's one of the only games that has ever actually been pulled from the shelves in North America.
Really?
Huh. I guess never heard of it. I never heard of it. Of course, I was way before. That's when I was born. So
look up Night Trap, and it'll.
Why does it sound like a
Yeah,
guy that would be like looking so good to be like a girl and at night ready to fuck another dude? Like, just saying. That's Night Trap.
I always thought you were defending the women from getting kidnapped and raped or something. That's
That's what it is.
trap
You're trying to keep because there's traps set up all over the house.
Ah,
I didn't get the joke. I didn't.
Trap. You don't get it? Trap.
Yin-Chan, don't call me babe.
Okay.
Well, what was funny, Rambo, was the Twitter situation that we went through the other day. I think it was the same day that me and Rags went in on with that guy. Individual decided he was saying that I needed to do my research because the $399 for the Xbox Scorpio is a real thing. $399.
Placeholder price.
Well,
But what he
he didn't do is take in consideration the conversion from the EU to here.
Yeah, it was the $399 was like listed in. First of all, the $399 was listed in euros, and so he's basically saying it was $399 guaranteed because it says it right there. And I'm like going, but it don't. So like you're not even doing research, and the picture's right fucking in front of you.
Does he not know what the euro and dollar sign look like? Or
No, that implies reading.
wow.
How dare you assume they read?
He also
Sorry,
didn't take into
sorry.
consideration that it wasn't that the people that posted the thing clearly have made a comment saying a public comment saying that they have posted that as a placeholder only, that they do not have any information regarding the Scorpio's price.
No, I like it. It's real.
Even if it
so
is
that-
$400,
it's became real now.
I don't know, dude. If it is 400 American dollars, which obviously by that article is not, but if it's anywhere near 400 in the ballpark of that, that changes a lot. At least for me, it does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if indeed that was real, but we both know that there's no way.
Even
Well,
if it
just
was
like-
500.
Just like Randall Thor said, he said if you can, we're going to be able to tell exactly what Microsoft's intention is whenever they release the price of it. If it's $3.99, that means they're directly going after Sony. Because they're directly competing with the price of the Pro.
They better sell a shit ton of games if they're selling it for.
But yeah, they're gonna have to make up that loss because that's gonna be a huge loss.
They gotta sell a shit ton of games, and I don't think
But
they
they
really
don't.
are.
If it's anywhere between like 4 and 550, that changes a lot. I will be a little
For
horny
you?
with my wife to get one. Yes.
Okay, now see the thing is though, is like with me, like you play on it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, it would be just for the 4 exclusives a year they might have.
Yeah.
So I average it out like if it's a $500 console, that's
You need like 10 exclusives before.
I need something worth getting it for. It's not worth for 4 games. So
10 games that you absolutely have to play.
Hey, speaking of
get
worth, Rambo, worth. Yeah, worth. What would it be? What is worth to you, sir?
Don't worry, Rambo. I got your back.
uh,
Come on, Brim. Go.
Come
no,
on,
that's
dude.
funny.
What's worth to you? I mean, you do speak a lot about worth and money and a shit ton of PlayStation cards. So I heard you bought stock through the PlayStation cards, right? I mean, that's what you did, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did, but I didn't because I traded off my physical collection, went digital.
Boom! I called it the day you said you were gonna do your collection. Boom! On a side note, whatever. I don't know. I thought it was
Apparently with
yeah, you got a lot of hate
Thanos.
though. You did get a lot of hate though.
Actually, I got a lot of support from like the PlayStation guys. Like they were like, "When I understand, it sucks that you had to do it. I guess they felt like that I had to do it, but it wasn't really because I had to. It was more or less of I didn't have the room for in my house. I mean, it wasn't like a forced thing.
No, I know. Yeah.
But I mean, like they don't understand. Like I have bipolar.
Yeah.
Manic or like the crazy thing where I go angry and be pissed off. My bipolar affects me through my high times is like I'm spending a lot of money. My low times are usually trying to get rid of things out of my life.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so it kind of hit me, and I was like, okay, well, it was actually, I mean, the likelihood of me needing another shelf like really soon, like really hit me to where it like affected it, triggered it, got me to where I got the thing. But then I got to cure my bipolar all in one episode of it, is because I got to sell all the games to get rid of everything, and then I got to buy all those cards and all these other games, and that like it cured the whole purchasing thing.
Yeah.
Well, I actually told people that asked me about it. I kind of left your bipolar thing out of it and just told them that he's focused more on his platinum runs than he has collecting the games. So,
I really have. That's another thing is like that. I got sidetracked because my goal was to have 150 plats by the end of the year, and I got sidetracked with like searching up all these damn different games and trying to find them and collect them and whatever. That I got out of the I kind of like caught up in that, and so it really started to affect like what my goals were, and I didn't like that because I missed going for what I was doing, and I wasn't gaming like for the same reasons that I was before. I mean, it seemed like I was like gaming a little bit less and less each time, and more on Twitter, more on the internet, searching for things, and that really wasn't what I ever intended the thing to be. But now I kind of like it because now I get to focus on buying the games that I actually want. Game that fucking comes out. And it was really kind of depressing to see like 400 plus games behind me and knowing that I only play like maybe 20 of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, well, not to like that's what I was trying to save you from when you told me you're gonna go into the hard stuff. Like that's what I was trying to tell you. Like you're not even gonna have time to play a lot of this, and you were just insistent on it. And I was like, okay, fine, all right. Yeah. But I mean, like I know I gave you shit. And at the end of the day, I'm fucking with you. I didn't want you to.
Oh
think
yeah, I don't.
I didn't want you to think I was serious about it because I wasn't. I don't. I didn't really put it in that perspective at first. My first thought was just to fuck with you, and then when later you said something about bipolar, and I was like, oh fuck, that's right, he is. Because I made that wisecrack about it, and I was like, oh fuck. Now I feel like an asshole.
No, words like that. When people joke around like that, words don't bother me because like words are just words. Like I don't hold myself to a
special snowflake standard.
A definition of bipolar like is some sort of like taboo word or whatever. It is just a word to me. But I mean it's just condition that I do have. But I just can't afford the with Medicare. It only covers certain parts, and I think I added it up like with my medication. My doctor, it's around $4,000 a month out of pocket on my part, and I don't have that type of money just to medicate myself. So I mean, me and my wife, we just live with it and deal with it. But no, apparently Thanos made a video. Jay, I don't know. I've never watched it. I don't go to his channel, but Jay linked me to it, and I didn't know what it was at first because it didn't say who it was from.
Yeah.
But it was about me, and I clicked on it, and I went to. It said like Thanos Saboteur, whatever. I don't know what his YouTube thing is, and it said that I like forget the stronger than four Titans meme. This is the best meme of 2017, the dumbest gamer of 2017. I was like, yeah, I guarantee you that I can look at my PSN account and show you the games that I've played in 2017, and I've amassed more than what he has as far as being a gamer. So at least the one thing I can say is that I am a gamer. You can actually call me that, whether it be the best or the worst of 2017, but I can't say the same for you.
People are some weird things to argue about.
Yeah, I don't understand like why people.
Well, that's between you and him. I'll let you guys do your thing.
I don't know. But I don't really talk to him. I mean the.
I thought he was a member of your other podcast.
No, he just came in those couple of times or whatever, and that was because T Reaper or whatever showed up or let him in or whatever. I never. I'm just kind of there. I'm not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really talk to him, and I don't know. Jay tweeted that to me. Like he was saying, well, it makes sense because they're not worth as much as if you sell them after you buy them. I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of like the common knowledge going into the whole buying a physical game or anything.
Nothing hardly, at least right away, is not worth what you paid for it. So
then that you have to end up buying something very rare for it to actually keep its worth. Or a Disney movie.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit. Even with comic books, I have some comic books that are like 7 years old. They don't even print them anymore. They're still only worth like a couple dollars more than what I paid for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. Jay kept saying stuff about it was basically common sense, and I was like going, well, yeah, I knew this going into buying them all that I was never going to. If I ever sold them, I was never going to get out what I spent. And it's like it really wasn't about the money to me. It was about the fun of doing it, and then I did it, and now I'm done and back to digital. So
those were a pain in the ass to import for you anyway.
Oh, they were. I still got some coming in though. Fat Princess Adventures just showed up today. I have one from Amazon. Sexist. I got to send. I got one to send back to Amazon, and then I got 4 more coming from the UK that are supposed to be here anytime soon. But I'm just turning around and selling them on eBay whenever they come in. I put all my limited run games on eBay. They went from, well, I'm sitting right now, I guess, at 349 cents for 23 games.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
You broke up. It sounded like you said 349 cents.
Oh, $348.49.
That's almost true fitty.
For
it's almost true fitty. Rags is right.
Mm-hmm.
People are kind of wrong though, because for the 400 games that I traded, I went to Best Buy and probably did around 325, 330 because the rest of them they wouldn't take. And got back 100 and something. And then I took the other 70 some to GameStop the next day and got back close to $650.
Damn. But you can only have $150 on your PSN account at one time.
Oh my god! Don't even fucking get started with that damn PSN. That it pissed me the fuck off.
Why do they do that?
They do that because ever since the hack of 2011, they limit the amount of money anybody can have on their account at one time. So in case I guess they do get hacked, if they do,
they don't have to be responsible for higher amounts of money.
Yeah, they're not like if I put $950, if I put $950 on my account, then they would be responsible for that versus the 150 limit, which I'm okay with the 150 limit. I mean, that's okay. If that's what they want to do, cool. I can get by that because I mean, you just buy a game and move on. Mm-hmm. But the thing was that I had all those fucking cards, and so if you buy like say Mafia 3 with the season pass, you're spending $100 right there. So that's two $50 codes gone, and then you get to put more. You got to put more money on there, scratch them off, put them on there. You buy another game, 100. You know, with the season pass, $100, bam, gone, and you just keep on doing that over and over again. Well, you can get that done very fucking quickly. Mm-hmm. And so if I kept on getting this error code. I got it on my wife's account, and then I was like, well, fuck. I thought maybe the codes were wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
so are not activated. So then I went back to my daughter's account and I started buying on her account because we game share throughout the family, and you know the error code on hers, and then I got to mine and I started buying on mine. I got the error code, so I called PlayStation. I was like, "What the fuck's going on? You know, are these codes okay, or you know what's up?" And so they were like, "Oh well, no, there's a limit, you know, of how many codes you can use at you know in a certain time." And I was like, "Okay," I was like, "Great." I was like, "What's that limit?" I don't know. I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
It's like you have a limit of how many codes I can use in a quick reset, right back to bag, but you don't know what that limit is. And I was like, they were like, yeah, you just have to wait 24 hours. I'm like, that is not acceptable. It's like if you have set this arbitrary limit, you should tell me what that limit is, so therefore I don't exceed that and have this thing happen. I said, because I literally have this time I had like $750 in cards. I said, I'm willing to give you. It's like I don't want to take the $750 and have it like transfer across 25 days because I inputted the codes too fucking fast. Nobody could tell me. So over and over again, like I kept tweeting and trying to get somebody to answer me. Nobody could. So the next day, after my 24-hour lockout was done, I just realized that if you input it, buy a game, and then kind of look around, browse the store a little bit, and then input another code and buy a game, and then browse the store a little bit, then I went through the whole 750 in one day. So I knew what I wanted. It was like they were so quick, you know. And so I just had to end up acting like I was shopping. rather than knowing what I wanted.
That makes perfect sense, right? I mean, perfect sense.
It pissed me the. Yeah, I was mad. I kept on telling him, I was like, look, I was like, at this point, I'll just buy a fucking Xbox. And yeah, he was like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but just wait 24 hours. Fucking idiot, man.
It's like, what? We don't have to worry. It's like we're fucking like 25 something million ahead of the competition. We don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, and so like that was my bad example of customer service, and this is all in the same day. And so later on that day, when the PlayStation Store updates, you know, for their Tuesday update, two of the games that I bought for my son, Rainbow Six Siege, the Complete Edition for $100, and then the Division Gold Edition for $90, was on sale for half off. I was like, you gotta be fucking. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I just bought this the day before, so I called PlayStation. Here's what happened. You know, I did this, and I was like, I'm just seeing what y'all can do for me. If y'all can maybe like give me the difference back, and you know, that way I can buy some, you know, other games with it. I was like, if I would have known they were going on sale today, I would have just waited, you know, because I just bought it the day before.
Yeah.
So they looked at my account and they were like, yeah, we're getting this for you. We're looking. We're gonna see what we can do for you. And they came back and they gave me $80 back. So I was actually pretty happy with that. I was pretty surprised because they could have just said, sorry, you're shit out of luck. But it was like a bad customer service, example, and then all of a sudden a good one. So
you know what it is. You know what it is like with bigger corporations, they got so many
it's all
fucking
about
people.
you just call back when you don't get something you want, and you'll get a new person.
Yeah, exactly. They got so many fucking hands in the cookie jar, and they have like one person per region to run those tech supports or those customer service reps. And a lot of the times they don't even know what the fuck they're doing because they're not trained. They're just told, "Hey, this is what you say. This is a little cue card. This is your cubicle. You do this all day. This is all you do. Your life doesn't matter. Have a good day." It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. That's why I don't understand why people are like complaining. I mean, I understand. I had a legitimate complaint about the customer service I got. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, like what Rag said, I could have called back and got a completely different experience. Mm-hmm. And the same thing goes for these people saying like Xbox has this extraordinary customer service or Steam or it happened. You could call and get a shitty customer service experience in the exact same right after you got the wonderful one or whatever. It's like it's just hit and miss with whoever you talk to.
Yeah, I mean, like people always talk smack about like customer service for Comcast, but they've always been really good to me. So
yeah, I mean, like I've never had a bad issue with PlayStation until that one time, but I never like downplayed people saying that they've had a bad experience with them because I mean, like everybody's. Every time you call is a different thing, and everybody who calls is going to get a different, reception anyway. So
yeah.
Now Steam, I will say that like Steam has like non-existent customer service because like whenever you try to, I'm not saying like the refund policy and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just trying to contact them.
Yeah.
To contact them at all.
Right.
Do they even have a phone number?
What for Steam?
Not that I know of.
Yeah,
found it like that.
Steam has a number, but they're a pain in the dick to get anything. Like you have to, like I had to email my person, and like it took them probably like almost a month to get back to me.
Yeah, that's what I recall from like having to talk to Steam customer service is an email and then like just wait
for fucking days.
Mine was over a two-step authentication deal or whatever, and it took like 3 weeks for it to get resolved.
Got back to me that whenever I sent them my email, I'd forgotten I even had an issue with them. I was like, what the hell? So I had to read back and go, oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, okay, now I understand. Like, because it took them so damn long, but quite honestly, like Rag said, I mean, they have so many fucking users, and they pretty much know that they are the best platform on PC.
Yeah.
I think they really have this thought of like I have to care. I'm not saying that they don't. They just don't have that thought of like I have to.
Yeah, they don't have to keep winning your business over.
No, they already got it. You're right.
They know they could. They know they could really slip.
And the fucked up part is like on the PS3 days, they were just as bad at the beginning. Like they were really bad at the beginning. I remember getting hung up on when I had a question. It was ridiculous, and it was some old guy that answered the phone. He had no idea what the fuck he was doing. Like
PlayStation 3 days?
Yep. Some old guy fucking hung up on me when I asked him, how do I get my money back and shit? Because fucking I accidentally bought something when I wasn't trying to. They didn't have like if you had an early PS3, you didn't have the accepted thing. So as you hit the buy button, it went on your card.
Yep.
So like I didn't want to buy anything. I just wanted to click on it, look at it, and it bought it. So I went to call to get the money back, and the guy fucking hung up on me. I was like, "Fuck you." Jesus.
Back then, where like, because I was when I was kind of new to the whole digital purchase thing back then, and whenever I would click on something in the store, and it would take like a minute to load, so I'd get impatient. I click again. Mm-hmm. Well, then my PlayStation 3 would remember that, and when it loaded up, it automatically load up on that buy button. And it would take my money. You would spend fucking hours on the phone with PlayStation trying to get like that resolved. And you were lucky if you actually got somebody who understood English. It was a pain back then. Like they had terrible customer service. I will admit back, but it seemed like towards like the end of the generation with PS3.
Yeah.
And they've gotten better with the PS4, but like I said, that's the first time I've had like a terrible experience with them. Because how are you going to set a limit and then not tell anybody what that limit is?
Right, or even tell anybody that limit even exists in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a bit. I mean, I'm still not even liking. I don't even like the $150 limit, but I can understand why. Because I think personally, customers, you're ruining the customer's experience rather than fixing your shit.
And
Like fix your shit to where it's not easily hackable, and then you won't have to limit the customers to $150 in their wallet.
why fix it, Rambo, if it's in their eyes not broke?
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess.
I mean, that's what it kind of comes down to.
I think that also comes from like being the market leader is that like they kind of know that and so that like they just kind of have to. You just kind of it goes with pretty much any company that's like the top dog. As much they don't really have to, but then they end up losing those customers eventually because of that.
Yeah. Hey, Blaze Blue just launched today. Central Fiction. It's on Steam right now. That's cool. $31. Any of you fellow Blaze Blue fans, or Blaz Blue, however you want to say it?
I'm not really a fighting game
I
fan.
don't care about fighters.
I was in the arcade era where you can stand next to the person and and do it. But once it moved to consoles and was couch multiplayer, that was fun because you get to kick your family's ass and your friend's ass and stuff like that. It was still kind of the same thing, but once it turned into online multiplayer,
yeah,
to a whole new fucking level. Like, you can't even be a button masher like me and do good. Like these people will kick your ass like quicker than shit.
Shader knows what that's like to fight on some fighting games. He kicks my ass equally in Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat. He's got me in those games. But you get me on a Street Fighter kick or a Tekken kick. Oh man, it's
well, see, I thought about actually buying, because it's like $19.99 right now, and so I thought about buying it, like playing like just like some friends that actually have it or whatever, so that way I can at least still get that whole feeling of playing with friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hell no, man. Like, nope. I'd get my. It's just not fun getting your ass kicked over and over again.
Yeah, that's why I can't stick around games like Battlefield 1. As I tried to get back into it, but it's just everyone runs around with those two great weapons that are total easy mode, and there's no. It's just like that's all that kills you now.
Yeah, but you do pretty good though, right?
Well, I'm doing good, but it's like all my deaths are fucking one of two different weapons, and it's no skill.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I just go back to Dirty Bomb. Like that's a game that actually requires skill to use. So.
Right. Man, oh man. So, what the heck was I was gonna ask Rambo something. Come back to me. I'll find my question again in later times. I don't fucking remember what I was gonna ask you, Rambo. God damn it! I had a question for you, and I was gonna say something, and I just lost it. Whatever. Shader.
Yeah.
What's in like 8 days?
Oh yeah, I'm moving.
Yeah, boy.
Not this coming Friday, but the Friday after that, I probably won't be on the cast because
He'll be down here.
I'll be driving about 8 hours. Well, that's 8 hours without stopping, but I have to stop a bunch, so it'll be like 12 hours on the road.
Well, you can get your Discord on the phone and you can just put it on speaker and talk to us.
Yeah, with screaming kids in the car going, "Are we there yet?"
And a couple slaps across the face can't fix.
Right? It's like, shut your mouth!
But we've determined that he's kind of like, he'll be like going, honey, can you slap them across the face? Because I can't. We've determined that he's a softie when it comes to discipline.
I can't. That's work.
Yeah, it's too much work. We can't do that.
I'm just tired.
Oh, man, I'm kind of on a roll. I had to take my son's PlayStation away. But,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
He didn't clean his room
Oh, yeah.
for a while.
Take that shit.
You know what I mean?
Take that shit, Shader,
Do what
and
I
throw it
say.
out the window.
Like,
Wait,
I
what?
brought this thing into your life. I could take it away just.
What
easily.
Shaner's not telling you is he's in Shaner's in counseling now, trying to deal with the emotional stress that this has caused him from taking this away from him.
Dude, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there ain't shit to do around here. That's all he's got is his video games. His school.
Tell him
is
to
video
tell him
games.
to
That's all he
read
does.
books or go outside.
That makes that.
He
does
doesn't.
both
He
of
doesn't do
those.
anything else because that's all he's had. Because
That
he
makes
always
that-
has
Does do
games.
those too.
That makes
Tell him
that
to do
PlayStation
more
that much more
exclusively
powerful.
those.
Powerful of a tool to use.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers are heartless. I'm just kidding.
It's like, I will
Yeah,
buy you
no.
books. Tell me what books you want me to buy. I will buy you books. No, I'm video games. Like, you're a kid. You shouldn't be playing video games. You should be fucking trying to better yourself as a human being.
He's trying to improve his hand-eye
I'm not gonna
coordination.
lie. It's worked really well. Him not having us PlayStation, like he fucking listens now.
Yeah, well,
So,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You'll remember it, too.
Just you remember that next time you have to do it. Like, hey, that did work last time.
Yeah.
But like my son, that's all he like. And he's constantly thinking games. Like he's either watching a video, like a YouTube videos, like when he can't play games, or he's playing video games when he can. So it's like when you take it away from him, like the only thing you could take his phone away from him, like whatever. You can take anything away from him is like whatever. But you take his games, and it's like the only. So every time that he gets in trouble, it's the only thing that we can use against him. Because otherwise, he's just like, who gives a fuck? So he's like, why are you always taking us? Like, well, if you'd actually have something, interest in anything else, we could actually use something else. But that's the only thing that you're interested in. So therefore,
Then he should never get it back. If that's all he's interested in, he should never ever get it back.
Why?
Because that's the only thing he's interested in. If all you're interested in is video games as a developing human being, you need to do something.
If that's all you're doing is video games, I agree. But if you're still if they're doing good in school, or if they're still going outside, they're being social, and they enjoy video games when they're not doing good in school or being social, why not?
Those are other interests then.
He's saying if that's only interest. Like if
right.
that's all
yeah.
you're interested in, yeah.
well, I mean, he goes to school. And he's making almost straight A's in school and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not. But like around here, like I said, we live in the hood, so we have like no. I mean, unless if he wants to go outside and play, like the only thing he can go outside and play with is the bums and the prostitutes walking up and down the street.
There's no school sports teams or
Builds character.
leagues or
And
school, anything.
my son in sports really don't go. Hand and eye coordination is not like there. He's about like 90 pounds. Like he's like a walking
soccer.
toothpick.
Good. They got sports for that. Tennis,
But-
soccer.
But you don't understand. Like we live in like a Mexican town.
Oh, so he'll get his ass kicked in soccer because of all the Mexicans, but he'll be playing soccer.
He could be the next Serena Williams at tennis.
He can be the ball. Well, get some exercise.
He could be the ball. Wow. Be the ball, son. Be the ball.
But no, I'm hoping whenever, like, because before we moved here, we lived in a different area, and he was outside all the time. But then it came in like at nighttime because there was kids in the neighborhood, basketball, playing outside, stuff like that. So I mean, it's not like that he's not like wanting to go outside. It's just that around here, there's like nobody besides the bums and the prostitutes. So
Go hang out with one of them.
I gotta
Learn
go
a
where
few
Rambo
things.
is. That sounds like a fun time playing outside.
oh yeah, there's one of the bums that just walk up and down the street with the gun in his hand and waving it around everywhere, and yeah, it's a great time.
Hey, he sounds like he likes to party with guns.
I know. You should make him pick a fight with one of the prostitutes and see which one wins. Be like, that hooker
Hey.
called you smelly. Go.
They fight on their little bicycles that they've stolen, and right out here in front of my house. I have this huge like yelling, screaming match, and knives being pulled out and guns being pulled out, but nobody ever does anything. But they just they'll run up and down the street and push each other off their bike, and it's quite entertaining. I
know you have a gun. If they step on your front
Oh,
lawn,
yeah.
you should have target practice.
I go out there,
Dance,
and I
bitch,
stand there.
dance.
I stand out there with my gun on, and on my hip or whatever. Not they kind of they've known just now to stay away from my. I guess I would probably fire back. so they don't like come over here. Like, but my wife was the other day. We was out there smoking, and my wife was talking to my daughter and saying something about she said something. She goes, "Don't whine like a 2-year-old," and I guess she said it loud enough where this one drunk prostitute could hear her, and so she thought that she was talking to her, and she's like, "You stupid bitch! Like, I'm gonna fuck you up!" And she'd like walk to my edge of my property and walk right back out, and then walk to the edge of my property and walk back out, and then she started like, I mean, she would be down the street, like around the corner, you couldn't even see her, and you could still hear her yelling at my wife, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are crazy around here, like.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to show you like when next time that they have a bum fight out in front of our house. I'm gonna
record that shit.
I'm gonna record that shit and put that shit on the internet.
You guys remember
I'll
the
show you.
infomercials for bum fights back in the day?
Yes.
Dude. Bum fights part 2. Rambo's corner.
That will prove to you about that I live in the damn hood. Like
the hood.
I live in
the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, you also can't top my hood, man.
Well, I've been learning about my new neighborhood, through the people that live there now, and apparently, because it's an apartment home complex thing, they're like big apartments, and there's a couple of pools there, or a pool. No, wait, yeah, one pool there, and apparently there's a bunch of young single moms that go get drunk with their kids down at the pool, like the kids don't get. Yeah, the kids don't get drunk there in their playpens, but they take their bikinis and their beer and
so wait a
go down
minute.
to the pool.
They're down there and with their bikinis and beer and their kids and playpens
Yep.
at a pool.
Yep.
Fucking moms of the year right there, man.
So I told Brim, I was like, shit, when your girl goes to work, because she works in the same town that I'm going to live in, I'm like, just catch a ride with her, and you come hang out at my house.
Yo, I'll be showing up just to watch the show, dude. I'm like, yo, are those... Me and Shane will be taking bets to see if those are real or not. At the pool, of course.
Or to take a bet of which kid, climbs out of their playpen and jumps in the pool.
Damn. I got a feeling this is going to go into dark times there, Shane.
Oh, we should see if they'll hire us as lifeguards.
Quick, I'll give you mouth to mouth, ma'am.
What, honey? She's yelling at me now. I gotta stop talking about it. Anyways, next subject.
No, this is actually pretty cool. I just saw this that Keem tweeted out. I guess apparently this guy had an autistic son, and he was devastated when his nearby Blockbuster store closed down.
Oh wow!
So his dad went to Blockbuster and got like the shelves unit, one of the shelves unit there, and then the thing that says Blockbuster on the top of the shelf, and built that and put that inside of his house with movies and games on it for his kid.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was like kind of like a feel good type of thing,
That is cool.
One of the horror fan pages that I follow on Facebook actually found a Blockbuster that still rents VHS tapes, like someone that bought the store from the chain or whatever.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Keeping it alive, man. They're going to bring it back. You know who I missed, dude?
Coming back anyway.
You know who I missed besides Blockbuster? I honestly missed Hollywood Video.
We had one of those around here.
Yeah.
We did too.
Store was great. Game Crazy.
We did too because like they gave Blockbuster competition because they would actually rent for a hell of a lot cheaper.
Remember the deals they had if you had a membership?
Yes.
That shit was amazing.
It was amazing, yes.
$5 and you got like 4 movies and some popcorn? I'm like, God damn, $5? Let's do it.
Another good place. Another good place if y'all have anything around. I don't know if it's like local here or whatever, but a place called Family Video.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've
fucking.
never heard of that either.
They have some amazing deals. They're like if you have like late fees, and then you go in there and talk to them, they're like, well, we'll settle for you for like maybe it's like if you have like a $10 late fee or whatever, they're like, we'll settle for you. Pay $1 and you'll get a new membership again. You get like a whole month of half price rentals. And I'm like going, shit, yeah, because Blockbuster would be like, no, you owe us $10 plus all this fucking interest for the last 45 days. And
Blockbuster, you were like, dude, you're paying like 5 times the cost of the VHS tape.
Yeah.
They were like as bad as a credit card company. Oh, right.
Dude, I've had to cancel credit cards because of Redbox. I'm like, shit,
I used to
the movie.
Damn.
I used to work at a rental place a long time ago, and there was a list of people that like I guess the most wanted people in the video in the rental business. But like these people had like VHS tapes out for so long or whatever. Like their late fees were close to around $1,800 for one fucking VHS tape that's out. I'm like going $30 VHS tape, $25 whatever it may be back then, and you charging them $1,800 for it. It's like going that you might be a little bit excessive. At this point, you should have just charged them the $30 whenever you got to that point. Said
they bought the tape plus like $10. That's their
Yeah, we should have at least cut it off somewhere. But no, these people just they just kept on racking the late fees up, and Blockbuster was like that too. Like they never really got to a point. Yeah, they never got to a point where they just cut you off and just charged your card for the the price of a movie plus maybe $10. But no, it was like fuck you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I actually was not allowed to get a Hollywood membership for the first 3 or 4 years being an adult because my dad, back in the day when games were cartridges, would go rent a new release, take the chip out of the N64 cartridge and put it in some old cartridge, and take whatever chip was in that one and put it in the new release one. Well, eventually they caught on when someone bought Madden or rented Madden and they had fucking Mario 64 in there. So, I mean... You're talking about a rented most wanted list? My last name was on that list.
What I did once was I had it was like Modern Warfare or something, a game I played a lot when I was on Xbox years and years ago. And when I was before I had a job, so money was a little bit more tight. And I had the Xbox had chewed up one of these discs, as it does. And so I was out a disc of Modern Warfare, and I was like, shit, fuck. This is like one of my favorite games. So what I did was, instead of having to go and buy an entirely new copy of the game, what I did was I just rented one from Best Buy, and then I just swapped the discs.
There you go.
I got a perfectly good working copy, and they got a busted up one and sucked my dick.
Yeah, that's what I back whenever before I got to the point where back when I wasn't working and my wife was just not getting starting to work, I needed money or whatever. But GameStop has this thing you buy a used disc and you have 7 days to return it. And so I had some discs at the house that were fucked up, they wouldn't work. So I went to the store, spent the last bit of money I had to buy them, and then bring them home, swap out the disc with the ones that didn't work, and then returned them and got my money back. I was like, okay, well now my games work again, so I'm good.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off for now. I've had a long day. I think that's about as much as I can take.
Right.
I want to wrap up this video I'm doing before I go to bed.
All right, Senor.
All right, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one, Rags.
Yeah, you say my dad is a genius, Restless, and for all I
know,
you're
that.
100% right. But
I never thought about taking those things apart.
Yeah, I mean he had that special, I guess, a part of his brain that not many people have. Because it wasn't just with rentals. It wasn't just with games. He dubbed tapes. When we finally got a DVD burner, you can imagine what he could do with that. Yeah, the Columbia House music thing where they mail you CDs and tapes, where they used to. My last name was on that too. I could never get approved for that.
Really?
Really?
That sucks. That really sucks. Damn. Yo, so check this out today. So, I told you, I'm not sure if I told you, but the Hastings branch, home entertainment branch, closed down a while back, right? So there's no more Hastings. Best Buy discontinued them or whatever. They said fuck it, we're not gonna support them anymore. So a Harbor Freight opened up in that spot, which is right behind my house.
Oh, the tool store?
Dude, I bought a fucking circular saw, a full-size circular saw, a steel workbench that has built-in clamps on it, a fucking, what is it, a router, and a fucking, what is it, a sonic saw, or whatever the hell they're called?
Uh-huh, yeah.
I paid $130 for all that.
Yeah,
and
I believe it.
Dude, and that's with the fucking stupid hamburger and french fry press that I made, that I bought. With scissors.
Yep.
$130 motherfucking dollars, dude.
I've been to Harbor Freight a few times in the city, in Sacramento, and they're amazing.
I've never heard of them until
tool
recently.
Warehouse. It's yeah.
Dude, they have
awesome.
they have commercial size fucking table saws there today for $100. I was like, whoa, dude! Like my store, the one I work at, we charge like $3.50 for DeWalt, maybe $4. There's ones that are $5.99. I'm like, and these motherfuckers got Chicago. What is it called? Chicago Electrical Tools. I looked into them, and they share a lot of the same OEM and manufacturing that DeWalt and those guys do. Except their warehouses are here in the States, and they're cheaper. So I was like, what the fuck?
The only difference is with the Harbor Freight places is not all of their stuff is the shit you'll see in ads and commercials or whatever, like your Chicago line that you found. But
Right.
it works exactly the same. I bought tools from Harbor Freight that I still have today that are not broken.
Well, people were telling me, like, it's just a cheap store. It's got shit, but you know what? If you want to save some bucks, go ahead and and get it. And I was talking to some of the guys that I work with, and they were like, I don't know who told you their shit product, but he's all, I've had the same table saw for almost 4 years now, and he uses it all the time. He one of the things he does is he fabricates cabinets. He does he does custom cabinetry for people. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I was like, what the fuck? Like Jesus. I mean, that's like fraction of the cost. That's awesome. So we're gonna go back there probably tomorrow. I think that's gonna be a very unhealthy decision, but I need to check it out because they have a markdown sell cost, right? And then they have the sell cost that they sell at their store, usually for regular. So they have 3 different prices. The normal price for what I paid for it altogether was close to $700, and I only paid $130.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing.
I was like, oh my goodness. for a router, like at my store, it would cost you damn near $250. I paid $16 for it.
A
Damn.
router or a Dremel?
A router.
Oh shit.
My circular saw, $37, full size, corded.
You bought like everything I need to build another guitar.
Well, I got the router so that way I can cut into the boards. I can do circular cuts and whatnot into boards.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to buy all the tools that I can pretty much do what I mean. I could do my bathroom with what I have now. So and instead of spending all that money at my store, I'm just gonna go there and get my tools. Because screw that 10% discount as an employee. I get like damn near 60% off at that place with my membership. So yeah, that's right. I got a membership already. I'm a Harbor Freight member. Yeah, it's ridiculous because the savings is ridiculous. Like you don't just save $1 here or $2 there. You're saving hundreds, like hundreds. If you guys, okay, so this is how ridiculous this is. If anybody remembers, before Newegg bought this domain, they used to go by a site called Zip Zoom Fly. All right, this site was the shit for PC gamers. You're talking about you wanted to get a 16 gigs of RAM, $20. You want power supplies, $10. You want fucking motherboards from ASRock before they became popular and they were still just an OEM company for MSI and Asus, like $15. Like
You remember eWiz?
eWiz is another one, yeah. Like that's what this is like for people that are in the construction business. Fucking Harbor Freight, man, you just go in there and you're just buying all kinds of shit. Like you'll easily walk out of there spending maybe $300 and you'd have everything you need to fucking do your entire house. It's fucking ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, I can't come back here. Because I didn't go out today thinking I was going to spend money. I was just going to go over there and look. But they're like, yeah, today's the last day of the sale. And I was like, fuck. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing it, babe. We're fucking doing this. The sawhorse that I bought that has the clamps on it, at my store, they're like almost $200. I paid $20 for this bitch. I'm like, okay. All right. I am going to come here from now on.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Gay J?
Gay J.
Gay J Centuries.
Are you sure he's like, is he completely gay or is he, partially gay?
No, he's done like, he's gay and like hetero curious.
Oh, he's hetero curious.
Yeah, and he still whacks it to Smurfs, so he's got that. I mean,
Hey Jay, is that true? You whack at the Smurfs? You do it on LSD? What? Gay centuries. Oh man, I still haven't thought about what I was gonna ask you. God damn it. So I do got some stuff coming up. With him coming out in the next week, we're going to more than likely have some content coming up. We just gotta come together and come up with some ideas for some things that we're gonna end up having. I got my friend is gonna be moving out in like the next 2 months, so I'm gonna be turning that into my studio downstairs. That's where my YouTube hub is gonna be, so that way nobody has to hear the shit going off in the background when I'm trying to record.
Well,
So-
I thought we were gonna do like that Star Wars tribute, but all the lightsabers are gonna be replaced with dildos.
And
Or is that
dicks.
another thing?
I thought it was gonna be dicks. You say dildos,
So-
I'm thinking dicks, but okay, that works.
My question is like, I know that you're talking about content stuff, but I'm kind of curious here. I just got a beta code on the PS4 for Dreadnought.
What is that?
Wait, Dreadnought? Hold on, is that what I think it is? Oh, what is that like a Monster Hunter clone game?
No, this one is where your ships and you're fighting in the air. It's on the PC, but I'm just trying to figure out like if it's any good. But apparently, neither one of y'all know what it is, so y'all can't really tell me if it's any good or not.
If it's anything like Fractured Space, like the game I play, it looks like it is. It could be pretty fun. I would say go for it. Go try it out and maybe see what you think about it. It looks pretty decent. I'm looking it up right now. I think I've seen this before. I just don't remember. Yeah, I mean, I say go and check it out, dude. You might like it. Did you end up having to pay for it or anything, or no?
No, it was a beta that like somebody emailed me, and I was like, okay, well, sweet. I mean,
Jack says it's fun. He
sweet.
digs it.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool.
I don't know why I keep saying my email address is invalid. I don't know what the fuck. All right.
Okay, so if you guys are wondering how come the stream is actually doing good tonight, I ended up just uninstalling everything as far as my OBS goes, my settings and a whole 9 yards, reinstalled it, and now it seems to be fucking flawless. So I don't know what it was that my OBS was fucking up on. I don't know if it was the modem. I mean, it could have been a combination of 2 or 3 different things, but it seems like it's working now. It's been going strong for the last hour and 17 minutes with no issues, no hiccups, no frame drops, nothing. So I'm pretty impressed with that, actually. It says, oh, wait, you're coming out of the closet, Primstone? We could come out together, lol.
Jay, you're already out and fucking standing in the middle of the street with a fucking light. So I don't know when I hear that.
It's called Dauntless, right? Look up Dauntless. That's going to be the Monster Hunter clone for PC, and it looks pretty badass. It's by the same guys that did League of Legends. So, you know, it's
one thing that was actually funny today is that a PlayStation fanboy is very young. He's like 17, so he started gaming on the PSP, and then jumped from that to the PS3, and then now on the PS4. So I mean, he's had a very, very limited knowledge of gaming in general or PlayStation in general.
Yeah.
He's like he sucks off Sony like so damn much in his little tweets and stuff. But apparently, like he tries to be funny and edgy with his little things or whatever. Well, he replied to PlayStation about this Call of Duty thing, like being sort of edgy or whatever. He deleted the reply before anybody could get it, but PlayStation blocked him. So it was so fucking. It was like fitting that like PlayStation is blocking one of their biggest fanboys, which is actually nice to see.
That's funny.
A Crap Gamer T-shirt.
Why?
You need some toilet paper? Is that why you're buying it?
It's has the picture of the white moose or whatever, the rhino, whatever. And it says was right. So that says crap was right. So because I still have yet to find one of the videos where he was right, but I don't know what's worse, like the fact that you bought one or the fact that you're actually happy and proud enough to put it on Twitter that you are wearing one.
Loud and proud. It's the same thing as
how
like being
Jay
gay,
is with his
right?
Sexuality.
Yeah, I was kidding. Jay's loud and proud.
Jay probably actually has a Crap Gamer T-shirt.
And
He tweets
supports
him.
his
He
Patreon.
tweets him out a lot.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Give Jay like 5 minutes and he'll have Crap Gamer's dick in his mouth. He is that kind of homo. You know what I mean? He's pretty fast. He works quickly. I mean, a lot of prison time that does that to a man. Are you not the same? I mean, he bought an entire collection and then sold it for digital collection at the same games. LOL. Hell no.
Well, it's kind of okay, Jay. The idea, I owned everything besides like 100 PlayStation 4 games, 100. So the idea of me being able to sell 450 some odd games and actually buy games that I did not own was very slim. Like it was biased games that I did own.
Yeah.
I agree, Lorenzo. Liking Crap Gamer, way worse than being gay. Being gay is a positive thing.
Yeah, you can't go backwards with
Yeah.
that. But when you
No,
like
I
Crap
mean-
Gamer, that's going way backwards. That's like that's a step back in humanity in general.
Yeah, what's funny is some website, I forgot what it is, actually linked an article or wrote an article and then linked one of Crap Gamer's videos as proof of what they're claiming in their article, and I was like, dude, you just don't realize how you fucked up already. Like, take you serious at this point. Like, we're all laughing at you now. How the fuck are you actually this is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Telling you, it is it's pretty. I don't know, man. I don't know how anybody likes his content. I don't know how
I
he
can't-
gets
I don't know.
Most
subs.
compelling gamer on YouTube, and you damn well know it.
Shane,
I'm with you. I
Shane,
can't figure it out.
Shane, bap yourself on the nose right now.
No, that's what he says at the beginning of his video.
Smack yourself. You're
Just rack it.
rack
him up.
Rack him up.
Like he's a pool hall like hustler person.
Oh my god. Guy is a retard though.
Yeah, I'm like going. I don't. Yeah.
So check this out. 105 piece toolkit with 4 drawer chests, $44.
Holy shit.
Somebody tweeted or has been talking though, saying that Sony is the reason why Sony has all these big marketing deals this year. They're nervous. They did it out of desperation because of the Scorpio, and I'm like going, y'all clearly don't understand gaming because they've had these deals, long before the Scorpio was even announced. It's happened like overnight. Like these companies, they apparently they think these companies just sit back and watch Twitter and go, "All right, they're doing that. We got to go run out and make this thing happen." Like it doesn't. Like these companies don't work like that. They don't really
Right.
compete like that. They just do what they think is good, and then that leads to either competition or it doesn't. It either success or fails. People are, how do they consider themselves like part of the gaming community or whatever culture, and then end up being so damn like wrong on shit? Like,
I don't consider them a part of the
Shit
gaming
works.
community. I never will, never have.
no, it's like, how do they consider themselves that? I mean, I don't consider them like, no, because I think they're like kind of like Milo is like a provocateur, like they're just
Yeah.
that's all they basically are. But they consider themselves like some sort of a part of the community. I'm like, well, it doesn't make I don't understand how people can even begin to even think of themselves that way.
You know what? Where there's a will, there's a way, Rambo. Have you not watched Peter Pan? Happy thoughts can make you fly. Same thing with YouTube. You can say the most dumbest shit here on YouTube, and you'll fly. Just keep believing in the power of the spirit of the card, sir.
I really wish that some of them would actually go out and like practice that whole thing. If they believe happy thoughts, they can fly. We can.
Natural
maybe get rid of them.
selection, baby, natural selection.
Yeah, exactly. Like let natural selection take its toll.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't see you message me. Hold on. You know I'm fucking with you, Jay. Come on.
Did Metrox give you the trigger shot? Is that why?
He's gonna fling poo in your face, Shane. Be careful.
People the jackets of Smurfs are, likely to do that.
That tends to happen, right? That's a normal thing.
Yeah, it's part of the territory.
Well, if it's a part of the territory, I mean, Check your Discord, blah blah blah. Yeah, seen it. Pretty funny. So, is there any gaming news that we could cover, or we could end it, or if you guys want, or
Gaming news. Let's see. I know there is some, but I can't think of what it was that I saw. Of course, we talked about Call of Duty in the trailer.
You get to play the beta.
Are y'all excited for
on the PS4 first?
Yeah, people are pissed off because they're calling the marketing thing like the reason, like whenever they inside what's it called, inside GameStop, it looks like it says exclusive and then like a PlayStation exclusive and then a line in between it, then it says like beta access, so it kind of makes it look like that they're two different things. And so people are saying it's shameful advertising by because they put that PlayStation exclusive on there that leads people to believe that Call of Duty is only going to be on PlayStation. Like maybe like idiots. I mean,
right?
Do you really want like those people on your platform, that like the ones that really believe that? Like, but I mean, like for the most part, the marketing deals basically are for like what Porter Rock said today is when a casual walks into a store and they want Call of Duty or they want Red Dead Redemption 2 or they want Destiny 2, where they can basically go up to and see a console.
Mm-hmm.
They have that, like they see the PlayStation box or the Xbox box, and the Xbox one is just green with like Madden or Forza in it. But then they look over at the PlayStation, they see a big red box with Red Dead Redemption 2, or they see a big, white box with Destiny 2. That's what's going to, actually, because they're going to be like, okay, I get a console and the game I'm looking for all in one. And so it's not like they care about like who's it exclusive to. They just see it. That's just something that catches their eye because that's what they are, out for.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, it makes perfect sense. But people seem to think that like PlayStation or even Xbox last generation after these companies, and I don't think that that's actually a thing. I think that they do to some degree, but I think that these companies also go after PlayStation or Xbox depending on who the market leader is at the time, because it's a win-win for them. Like they're still going to get to sell their game on the other platform. They are still going to get basically all the same benefits that they were before, but they also going to get extra money from like PlayStation or Xbox
Mm-hmm.
because of the marketing deal. So I mean, it's like a win-win for the company, for the console manufacturer, whoever has the deal. So I think it's a little bit of both of the companies and the Microsoft and Sony, like going after each other, like trying to help each other out.
Yeah, I really haven't heard anything much in the gaming community. I mean, I also haven't been paying that much attention though. So
I'm neither have I. Me and Jay been on Xbox for like what, last week now? I mean, we really haven't.
it's been longer than that.
I mean, yeah, all right.
Been like two weeks or so.
Maybe
I don't know.
something.
Whenever
Yeah.
you put that chair together.
As soon as I put my lazy boy together, I was like, "Yep, this is where I'm gonna be." I just not really. I haven't really gotten involved much less. Like I said, I went in with Rambo and Rags this week on some idiots that were posting some stupid shit. And of course, you followers of ours went in hard, which we always appreciate. We don't ask for it, but it's glad to see that other people see other people's retardation being posted, and you guys aren't afraid to call these motherfuckers out for their stupidity. But that's all I've done, though. I haven't really gotten on my PC very much. Today was the first time in a long time that I've gotten on early to do this, like to get everything set up. I might end up getting back on eventually. I had to redo the room downstairs and the room next to this one. So, whichever room's done first is when I'll move things over. And then I'll start being on PC again. So that way I can have my office space to myself and I can start working on content. Because as it stands right now, I don't know about you guys, but I can't really work on videos when other people are in here. And knowing that this isn't my space anymore, I still have issues with it. So it's like even he's out right now, I still couldn't record something comfortably, knowing that this isn't my space. It's more of a mental thing for me, really.
Yeah, it makes sense that that's kind of like me. It's just like something in the back of your head, just like it causes the comfortability or the be able to be yourself or whatever. Like
it
takes it out.
Yeah, it takes it out. Yeah. That's what I'm kind of going through. This morning, Jay, that was me and Rambo going in on somebody who is fabricating prices using the EU article without actually reading it, saying that it was a $399 console, but that was in pounds. That wasn't in, or that was in euro. That wasn't in American. So.
Oh, Jay did a live video on that. Me
and
then
Rambo
watched it, and his fucking Nightbot blocks me.
Yeah, and then Jay, the guy had the nerve to tell like Brimstone that he needed to do his research.
Yeah. That's why he tagged you in it. Yeah.
So Jay Centuries, as much as it pains me to say this, actually did his research and proved that it was actually false. But
he used that skill we taught him, known as Googling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were actually. Oh, you can't see it then because the guy blocked you. Oh yeah. Huh.
Dan, even Xbox guys don't even want you, Jay.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's
because you have no home.
It's because he's black.
When in actuality, he's like the whitest guy in the world. He just sounds black.
I know, right? He sounds blacker than most of my black friends do. I thought Jay for the longest time was
blacker than Metrox.
Oh, but that's not hard to do. I mean,
well, yeah, Metrox sounds like just a straight up white guy.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Let's see. There's not really much news. I watched some of Rags videos over the last couple of nights when I go to bed, and he's been doing.
Cut out. I don't know if it's you or me.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched a few of Rags videos the last couple of nights, and he's got some pretty good shit coming up. So I mean, no, Rags went to bed. He said he had a pretty rough day. So yeah, fake news. Fuck fake news.
Yeah, I mean, I guess good news with the Daddy of 5 is that he actually might be going to jail.
Yeah, I saw that video. I saw that video just before we started. And I find it funny that the guy puts it on private, and they had a hard time with that. It's like, come on, guys, this is 2017, and you motherfuckers cannot figure out what the internet is for, like.
Yeah, or the fact of like make the motherfucker sign in. And just go look at his videos, like going because it sounded like some small podunk town, like where it wasn't really a big major metropolitan city. So I'm like going, I can only picture like Barney Fife being the one trying to figure this out. Like I'm puzzled. I can't do it. They're not there. I can't do it. I mean, it's actually good. I'm actually really glad that like Philip DeFranco and other places like downloaded their entire channel. Because that definitely will give them the like Philip said, like DeFranco said, is that if it all turns out and everything's fine, the kids were just acting or whatever the case may be, and the kids are okay, then cool,
Yeah, he said he would admit to being wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing just needs to happen is just where they just need to be investigated, like properly investigated to figure out if they're actually abusing the child, maybe not maybe a little bit physically, but maybe more mentally. And if that's the case, then something needs to be done, because I mean, we have to protect the children of these people. I mean, especially they definitely don't promote them into popularity, like what these people were doing.
Right. Yeah.
But I was very glad to see that and to know that's happening, and they are actually investigating them and not just go by the radar or whatever. But apparently they hired a publicist or a PR person, and that's the reason why this apology video came out and stuff that they did. So they the PR person told them to scripted an apology for him to try to cover up, I guess, mitigate some of the damage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think once you start to once you get the possibility of abusing kids, I think that the damage is pretty much done.
Once you have your kid hit on camera, you're kind of over with.
There's no apology that you can make that can defend that. I swear to this day, though, I mean, if I saw him walking down the street, I'd beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
I'd film that shit too. I'd be like, "Here, honey, hold the camera."
Jason.
I guess new screenshots and stuff are being posted by some people in the and it really looks actually pretty damn good. I'm kind of excited to see what if Gran Turismo can actually bring it back to what it was. Because if they can, then the sky's the limit for that franchise. I mean that's just an explosive game as it is. I mean, it blows up every time that it's released. Even the shit games of them sell millions and millions of copies. The original, 4 and 5, maybe not 5, but 4. I think that we'll see a very good competitor to the Forza series.
Oh yeah. I liked both Forza and Turismo, so I never really had a bias towards either one.
Oh no,
It's as of lately Forza's been doing really good. They've been bringing what they've been promising. You know what I mean? Where Turismo.
No, wait, are you
what? Huh?
The Motorsport series?
No, I'm just saying Forza in general.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out you were liking the Motorsport or the Horizon.
I like both. Yeah, I like both. That's why I just said Forza in general. I wasn't really doing a direct comparable. I was just talking about franchise in general. If you want to say Motorsport by itself, you could, or the other one you could. It doesn't matter to me, because I like both pretty equally. I think if Turismo, if these guys at Polyphony Digital can actually pull their heads out of their asses and do something great, I would be happy, because that would be a game I bought. I would actually enjoy playing that game if, in fact, they did bring it back to where it was. Because I miss Turismo. Turismo was my jam. That was my shit, dude. I was obsessed with that game on the PlayStation 2, still playing it, while all my friends were on the PlayStation 3 playing fucking that SOCOM confrontations or whatever. I just love Turismo so much. And then when they brought out 5, that was a smack in the goddamn face. And so was 6. 6 was slightly better, but it wasn't as good as what they were toting it up to be. And it was bullshit. So I mean,
I think Forza Motorsport was a good one. I think, but then once they got into 5 and 6, I think kind of almost like the same feeling happened with that as the 5 and 6 and Gran Turismo. Mm-hmm. It's it just kind of got more cut, copy and paste. It was you're paying for extra for DLC and basically it wasn't the same.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so I mean Horizon now that's a whole different story. I love Horizon.
Horizon's really good. Yeah. The Hot Wheels, man. That Hot Wheels shit looks dope.
I know. I definitely want that, but the Motorsport series I think needs to take a break. Kind of like Turismo did. Come back,
to regather itself.
Yeah, and then I'm hoping that Turismo, because that's one of the advantages that Turismo had on the Forza was the fact that they didn't release every other year. They released in a 3 or 4 year span, and then that way they had more time to actually perfect their game. Even though they did a shitty job with 5 and 6, But I still think that like maybe Forza needs to take a thing off of that. But that's one thing that Microsoft can't afford to do because they don't have like another game to take its place. So if they could actually just let them have the time off and then like have those Forza Motorsport devs actually working on maybe a different game during that that extra time. Good. I mean, because then you could get like let them have time to like revamp the Forza Motorsport series.
You know what I'd like to see those guys do? Honestly, I would like to see those guys doing like a street racing game, like with enduros, like street bikes.
Should be pretty cool.
Have like all of the same customization options, if not more, for a bike. So I mean, I think that would be fucking. I'd play that. I would definitely. Hell yeah.
There's not really a good. I mean, I know there's a couple of racing third-party franchises, but there's really not a good bike racing first-party at all anywhere. Exactly. I mean, PlayStation's got some third-party exclusives for my motorcycle racing, but they're just okay. But I would definitely love to see a great motorcycle racing.
Hell yeah, that'd be badass. But that Hot Wheels though.
That and VR coming out though. Oh, the Hot Wheels,
yeah. Yeah, the VR. I forgot about that. That would be fun.
Yeah, VR because it'd be like that. It'd be almost like the same feeling as you get when you go into the arcade and you get to sit on the bike and race like that. But it would be like it with the VR. You feel like you actually were racing, especially with the helmet on the VR helmet on. It'd make you feel like you have a racing helmet on.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Apex like a MotoGP game, but MotoGP is really, like I said, it's one of the third-party exclusives that are to PlayStation, but it's really not that. It's okay. It's not like the greatest motorcycle game, but I mean it's decent.
Yeah. Man, so we're coming up on the hour and 41 minutes, and we could close this off with this topic, the contest. Let's talk about that.
Well, wait, real quick.
Yeah, okay.
For Ghost Warrior 3.
Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. What about it?
Fuck it. It is like terrible for one thing, but then like the load times. Go like prepare dinner, cook dinner, eat it, take a nap, and I might have the game loaded by then. Like the load time, I tried posting the video of like just the load screen. Mm-hmm. I did a clip off of my PlayStation. I tried to post that to Twitter, and the video was too long. Like it wouldn't. I had to like cut it down, like basically a portion of what the actual load time was. But I mean, it's amazing. It was. I think the load time was around 4 to 5 minutes after you die.
Oh boy,
that's way too fucking long. And if you switch guns, like if you press the triangle to switch guns, so you have to press it again and then it'll switch. When you get into a car, you have to let your character get into the car and sit there for a second, and then press the gas. Because if you get in the car and press the gas and press the gas and press the gas, you ain't going anywhere. You have to kind of like let off your controller for a minute.
You're pretty much fucked. In other words.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just enemies can spot you with their back turned towards you.
Oh, fuck.
Even though you're crouching. It's terrible. I mean, and GameStop actually published this game, so
GameStop.
Yeah, I didn't know they did until I went to GameStop and I was talking about them. I was trading that stuff in and talking to him about the games and how their games are doing and stuff. And he was telling me that he's like, but Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 he said that that exceeded their pre-order goals. So apparently a lot of people bought the game, and I didn't know they were actually part of the publication of it. But yeah, I guess they're happy about it, but God bless. I mean, like it never went through any sort of quality control. It's terrible, man. I got 2 trophies and I have to just let it sit on my account with 2% because it's just that fucking terrible. I have to wait for a actual update to fix the game. It's awful.
I'll keep that in mind. That sucks. Oh man. That's terrible to have to go through all that bullshit.
This is the time when I wish that PlayStation had the 2-hour playthrough in 2 weeks, because this thing would be fucking refunded in quicker than shit.
Right. That blows. So, real quick, let's talk about this contest.
Okay.
All right, so everybody's been wondering how come we haven't been doing the show on our new channel yet. And I said it. I think I've said it like 2 or 3 times before, but I just want to do this as a reminder. And it's with these guys here, so we can tell people to just go to the end of this video. As far as the contest, you guys got a lot of images. It's brought in my way. A lot of good work, a lot of good stuff. I think Rambo, you got some, didn't you?
Yeah, I have
I think Shaner got a couple, didn't you, Shane?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're getting them. We are getting them, and I'm gonna be going through it probably either today or tomorrow on the emails, and I'm gonna pull all the art that I've received and get it ready for when we can sit down together and decide which of these art pieces that we like, and if we do choose one, because I'm not gonna guarantee that we're gonna choose one. Because there might be other stuff that we may not like, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you guys, so keep that in mind. But there's a lot of pieces, there's a lot of artwork to fish through. So the contest it'll be at the end of the month is when I'll announce who the winner will be.
April or May?
I'm looking at the end of April, maybe
Yeah,
the 1st of May.
I thought we were going to start streaming on our new channel like around the beginning of May sometime.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, it's the beginning of May.
Yeah.
So we should be on the new channel by then. What channel? We have a dedicated Game Talk podcast channel with Twitter. Rambo's got the Twitter info, and he has it linked with the channel on that Twitter. It's so that you guys have any requests, you guys have any questions about it, and one of us isn't coming back to you in a timely fashion, you could just hit those up, and then we will be able to go back to that, all 4 of us collectively, because we're all on these accounts, and we're all going to have access to these accounts. And we'll all be able to answer it, post haste. So we're the contest, for those of you that don't know, there's a contest. It's an art contest for the branding of this channel. It's the avatar, the Twitter, the whole 9 yards. Everything is going to be surrounded by the brand. So when this brand thing comes up, we're going to pick who we think is the best one, and we're going to use that as the brand. And that person is going to be winning $100. So that should be something that you guys, I don't see very many other contests doing this. I mean, you see like $20, you see like 6 $20 gift cards, 30 different freaking $5 gift cards. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to give you guys $100. If you guys win, you'll get the $100. Simple as that. And we will post a video up of all the entries, and we will talk about these entries together as a collective. Hopefully we could get Rags on, and we will take a vote as to who won, and we'll do the announcement in that video. It will be like a sort of offline stream, one could say, and we could all look at these together and decide accordingly. And we could all say what we liked about them, what we don't like about them, and be sure I am blunt and I'm very honest. So if I like your artwork, I will say I like your artwork. If I don't like your artwork, don't get your feelings hurt because I don't like your artwork, because I'm just going to say I didn't like it. I mean, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm just letting you know that I am a pretty blunt person, and these guys, I would assume, would be the same way. So
I'm very blunt, yeah.
Yeah, so don't get your feelings hurt if we don't like your work. It's just not for us, all right? And I don't want you guys getting all pissy about it.
I'm blunt, but I'm kind of like a softie, so...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's bad work. It's just that it means that we don't like it personally ourselves.
Right, exactly. Because remember, this is a brand. This isn't just going to be some fucking podcast. We're actually trying to grow this into a thing. And it's been something that we've sort of tossed around the idea with since the beginning of this entire project. And to be quite honest with you, it's getting to that time now where we might just end up doing it. And I've already got the channel set up. Like I said, Twitter's done. Rambo did that. We're all going to have access to the actual streaming service for YouTube. So I could either stream it one day, Rambo could stream it another day, Shaner could do it. And we'll all have our own thing set up for our stream. So look forward to that. That is a thing that's going to happen. just hold on, because I know people have been kind of blowing my Twitter up lately, asking about it. And strangely enough, not answering me when I tweet you guys back. So, but yeah, and Shaner, as far as your after, like, was there anything that you're gonna be able to put up at all before you move, or is it gonna be after you move?
Well, knowing now that, because I thought we were doing that at the end of May.
Oh yeah.
Misunderstanding of mine.
Oh, you mean the contest? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do the video and announce the winner then, but since we're doing it at the end of April, that'll probably be one of my last things. The way there, I'm gonna be filming a lot. Like, I'm gonna get one of those dash mounts for my phone, and I'm gonna vlog as much as I can on the way there.
Yeah.
And do that kind of thing and edit that the first few days I'm there. But I don't have any plans to get anything out before I move because I'm focusing on packing and just getting stuff done. But then the other day when I put out that Xbox custom gamer picks video, that wasn't planned either. I just saw that and had to do a video on it. So I don't know for sure. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
No shitpost Sundays, man? Because every single Sunday...
We haven't been on PC. I have 0 shitpost material.
Well, that's your fault.
It is my fault.
I'm just kidding. No, it's not. It's my fault too. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, when you sit in a lazy boy and you're playing your favorite games on your platform and you're comfortable and you can have your beers and all your stuff right there next to you, being at a desk does not seem appealing at all.
Yeah.
Especially for a fat guy. Rambo, are we going to be expecting any craziness again from you in the future, or?
Yeah, I mean, they're like I said, I'm waiting on a paycheck to come, which is going to be next week sometime, and then that way I can buy like the video editing software, and then I can get back to actually creating like videos rather than just doing live streams. But the live streams, I have to. They're a little bit trickier for me because I have to set them up like when my wife's not working, so that way she can take the child. But I definitely want to do a live stream of my playthrough through Resident Evil 7 and VR. But that's one thing I can't do is play in VR with the baby here with just me and the baby because I can't see,
Yeah.
So just depending on the news that happens, like if I have to get it out, but I'm really just trying to wait on the actual video creation or video editing software so that way I can actually do the videos that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, if anybody in the chat or anybody who listens to this knows a way to actually send me Vegas Pro 13,
he won't turn it
hit
down.
me up on Twitter. My DMs are open, and just send me a DM on Twitter, and we'll work out the details, get together on Skype, and then we can send the links over and get it downloaded, so that way I can get to work again.
Because Microsoft does allow you to send cracked files over Skype.
Yeah.
They are good for that. Fucking Sony fanboys.
Well, I gotta say that is kind of nice because it's not like you're gonna sell it. You know what I mean? Like, so I think they know that. I think they understand that. You're not making money off of them. So if you were to make money off of them, then they'd be like, okay, motherfucker, like, yeah, this ain't happening.
No, I'm actually hoping that, because I was looking at the one that Shaner told me about, I guess a step down from Vegas Pro.
Oh yeah, the Platinum Studio thing. That's what I use. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good product. You don't need anything massive, actually.
Well, 'cause I'm so used to Vegas Pro that if that's like Vegas Pro, then I'm sure I can jump in it.
Just like it.
Yes, I'm sure I can jump into that with no learning curve or whatever. So that's another plus for getting that one. So that's the reason why, if I can get Vegas Pro, I'd like to have that one because that's just what I was used to. But if not, then I'm gonna definitely buy that on my payday or whatever. And because I miss making videos, but it sucks whenever you don't understand how to work. figure out how to work whatever the hell the Windows is giving me, this Windows Live Movie Maker crap.
Yeah, I miss video making myself. Actually, so many ideas I have coming down the pipeline. It's just getting off of the console, coming in here, and doing it.
I just have to like express all my video ideas on Twitter like within a bunch of tweets, because like I'm stuck. That's my only avenue right now. So it sucks. Like I'm not getting to do it.
Well, like real quick though, we could film a video from our camera phones, like, because there was that one guy on Twitter not that long ago that fucked a McChicken. He went viral.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably good with like not going viral on that note, because I mean, I guess I'm not really going to be looking for a job anytime soon. So I mean, I'm never going to get. It's not going to hurt, You'd
just be known as the guy that fucks fast food. I wouldn't mind that.
No Real Spoon says he got you for that Vegas Pro. He actually downloaded it today if you need it.
Oh, definitely, man. Like I said, hit me up on Twitter, and it's at Rambo's Corner. I don't know if you already know what the thing, but on Rambo, it's a 0 in Rambo. So yeah, definitely hit me up. My DMs are open, and we can talk. And maybe not tonight, because tonight I'm probably gonna go to bed because I got to get up early, like really early tomorrow. But you can hit me up tonight, and then I'll respond tomorrow, and we can work on getting that done. That would be great, man. I'd appreciate that.
We could tag team fucking a McChicken, a spicy one, so it burns.
I don't know about the old tag team thing, and especially a spicy one. Fuck that, man. Like that shit gets inside you, and oh hell.